Hi guys, welcome back. Today, let's talk about science. We're going to find how to count the number of atoms plus elements in chemical equations. A chemical equation, here is an example of a chemical equation. This is not a chemical equation. This is a chemical formula. I'm going to show you an equation though. Let's say HO plus O has that arrow, H2O. Anyone know what this chemical equation represents? It's water. H2O is a formula for water. Now let's talk about the difference between elements and atoms, so you do not mix up and get the wrong answer when counting elements and atoms in chemical equations. Chemical formula, sorry. Alright, elements is anything on the periodic table. They either have a capital letter, like A, or I should do another one. Let's do H for hydrogen. Or they either have an uppercase letter, like F, and a lowercase letter after that. Sometimes sometimes L's can look like I's, uppercase I's. You gotta be careful for that. That might be an element, or that just could be two different elements or atoms. So, if it has one letter, then it's an element. It's also an element if it has a capital letter, then a lowercase letter after that letter. Anything on the periodic table is an element. Now let's learn how to count these. A subscript is a number below an element or an atom. That means how many of those are there. For example, H2O, the subscript, H2 means H plus another atom of hydrogen. Hydrogen plus hydrogen is the same as H2. Let's count, and if it doesn't have a subscript, it's not 0, it's 1. It has 1, but we just don't write 1 there. So let's count. How many atoms are in H2O? How many atoms? Not elements. Let's first find the number of elements actually. You see H and you see O. That means there are 2 elements. I'm just going to put EL. How many atoms? It's going to be 2 atoms of hydrogen plus 1 atom of oxygen equals 3. There are 3 atoms in this chemical formula. Let's try the next one. You guys find how many elements are here. Then find the number of atoms. Elements, you see H, you see S, and that's supposed to be an uppercase O. So that means you have H plus S plus O. That's 3 elements, or 3 LE. Let's find the number of atoms. 2 atoms of hydrogen plus 1 atom of sulfur plus 4 atoms of oxygen gives us 7. 7 total atoms in this formula. Let's try this one. You see C and the uppercase O. It's an uppercase O, not lowercase. That means there are 2 elements and 1 plus 2 for C plus O2 equals 3 different atoms. Let's try this one. Now, if you look at number 4, it has N but a lowercase a. That means that's not two different elements. That's one element. Anyone know what Na is on the periodic table? You can go check it out. So Na plus H plus C, that's 3. Not 4, but 3 elements. Now atoms equals 2 atoms of Na plus 1 hydrogen atom plus 3 carbon atoms equals 2 plus 1 plus 3, or 6. Finally, you guys try this one. I'll tell you number of elements. Fe. Now, what do you notice here? There's a 4 in front. It's not a subscript. It's called coefficient. If you learn this in math, anything in front of a variable is a coefficient. This means it multiplies by every number of atoms in each element. So Fe, lowercase e, you see there's 2. However, there's a 4 right next to it. It's a coefficient. That means you multiply 4 times 2 is 8 plus 4 times 3 hydrogen equals 12 plus 4 times 2 of carbon is 8. Which brings the total to 28. That's how you count atoms and elements in chemical formulas. I'll see you next time. Peace and ace your science exam.